Thank you for the introduction. It is a pleasure to attend the VR AR Summit. My name is Rosario, and I'm a proud Latina and a Colombian born founder. I'm the CEO at XR Americas, formerly VR Americas. In the last weeks, the world has a significant disruption. And working from home, I can't stay calm knowing that we, the VR, AR, spatial computing industry, have a solution to many of the current problems. Please let me go back some months ago. Please close your eyes and think in the first image coming to your mind when you think on COVID 19. Close your eyes. Think on it. Maybe you thought on the crisis, stop traveling, everything closed, the traditional education system failing, homeschooling, a crisis of leadership, the companies finding ways to solve the cash flow, or I wish not, but maybe a friend or family member with COVID 19, or perhaps finding ways to reinvent daily life. Am I correct? Feel free to share on the chat what else you saw in your mind when you thought around COVID 19. For me, the last days were the opportunity to think and underline the importance of essential workers. And what is more precise, essential critical infrastructure workers. Millions of people keeping running what can't stop. And when we think about them, the first ones we remember are first responders or public safety, law enforcement, maybe everything around healthcare, public health, emergency services. Some of us critical manufacturing because there are some things that we are involved with, or government and public facilities, of course, for procedures and public things, commercial facilities, education, and of course, financial used to be all of those in our minds. But there is a second layer of essential workers, the ones who we take for granted and who are less recognized in the regular day to day, like water and wastewater, energy, food and agriculture, transportation systems and logistics, all the communications and information technology. Thanks to them, we are able to do these events online and all these our daily work, public works and infrastructure support, dams, all those type of things that we don't see, but all these people doing a very operational job is critical to the economy of every country. No city or state could live without their daily effort. Retake a minute, close your eyes again, and think in those three services you are using every day without exception. I'm sure it is impossible to select just three. And while the pandemic has shut down much of the US economy and the global one, but the US economy with over 33 million workers applying for unemployment insurance since March 15. Millions of workers are still on the job providing essential services. There are more than 55 million people dedicated to keeping towns and cities working with safety, health, and productivity. We can stay at home, for sure, but 70% of those jobs are not possible to be done from home. We are confronting an unprecedented challenge of workforce development for the on-demand needs, the need to adjust operations based on the new required protocols due to COVID-19, and last, finding ways to imagine the new jobs that we could need. Do you remember how 1 or 2 years ago talking about 3D printing was perceived as a maker's hobby? And during the last months, every possible 3D printer and maker was called to solve challenges to create masks and ventilators. This is a new reality. Close to 70% of the essential workers don't have a college degree, and a significant proportion of the utility companies are having difficulties finding qualified candidates to fill their positions. In the energy sector, this number is 72%. And there is also the aging challenge. Around 30% of the current utility workforce could be retired in the next 6 to 8 years. Our education system is failing everywhere. everywhere in the world. The healthcare systems are confronting the most significant challenges ever. Occupational health and safety in the workplace is out of strong foundations for the current situation. The way companies are training, reskilling, and upskilling their employees are failing in the present case. I can keep naming the affected areas in the productive system of our society. And the pandemic found this productive system far from an adequate preparation for the reality where digital adoption is not anymore an option, is a must, is mandatory. What all that means is first, we need to train and reskill a significant amount of these people in the following years. Second, we need to find better ways to train and better ways to take advantage of the people with more experience to create intelligent systems of training. We need to replicate at the bottom level of the workforce what corporations do with the executive level knowledge, building corporate capacity based on the experience and expertise. And third, we need to use the power of the current technologies, Internet of Things and spatial computing to simulate real environments for training, for better near real-time analytics visualization, for assistance in the field, remote support, improvement of the safety and security based on making visible what is invisible to the eyes, spatial data for essential workers. As previously mentioned, talking about social distancing, the 6 feet apart and working from home is not even a possibility for essential workers. When all this crisis started, our industry, spatial computing, and immersive technologies wasn't ready to reach the market with an immediate solution. Bringing plug and play solutions, having enough affordable headsets, having global standards. And I am so concerned because, of course, we could be the solution to the majority of the previously mentioned challenges. In front of us, we have many opportunities. Exponential technologies have high power to scale solutions, and we, the people gathered at this event, have the tools and power to build these solutions. We also need to be able to give the tools and solutions to the people with more needs. It is not enough to use it as a luxury. It is not enough to build our companies to raise funds and show how successful we are. We are much more than that. We can't miss the importance of understanding what COVID-19 is unveiling and underlining, the need of using these technologies to solve human problems. Technology must solve human problems, keep us healthy, keep the economy growing sustainably for everybody. Otherwise, we are missing something vital. We are wrong. I am sure for this audience it's clear why I'm convinced about the opportunities of spatial computing to tackle the key challenges our planet has, why digital twins can accelerate many of the solution the world needs to find, and also how important is the connection of these technologies with the areas where essential workers are the significant majority. With all this, I want to invite you to think around the following one. With the great privilege of building this potent technology, some from the content, some of others from the hardware, others from the software, but all of us building a compelling industry. Think about how you and your company are ready to provide solutions for all these needs at the bottom level of the workforce. We are on time to build together, to rebuild the economy and position our industry as the best alternative. Thank you for hearing me. I'm open to questions, and if you want to connect and talk about this, just connect to my social networks. Thank you very much.